Do you think boys are more active than girls? According to an article in Scientific American, the average boy is more active than about 2/3 of girls. But that means that about 1/3 of girls are more active than the average boy. I'm sure you know some very active boys and girls, as well as some very inactive boys and girls, and lots of kids who are somewhere in the middle in terms of activity. The answer to the question, are boys more active than girls, is it depends on the boy and the girl. So, what does this have to do with friendship? Friendship is not about categories. It's about particular people. Take a listen.
Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic!
Hi there, I'm Dr. Eileen Kennedy Moore, also known as Dr. Friendtastic. I'm an author and clinical psychologist based in Princeton, New Jersey. Each week on the Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic podcast, I answer a question from a kid about making and keeping friends. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, you can send it in at drfriendtastic.com/submit. That's drfriendtastic.com/submit. Here's today's question.
Hi, I'm Calvin. I'm 8 years old. My question is, what do I do if my friend says that she doesn't want to play with me because I'm a boy? Thank you.
Hi, Calvin. Thanks for sending in your question. Ouch. I bet it hurt your feelings to hear your friend say she wouldn't play with you just because you're a boy. That was definitely not a kind thing for her to say. Whenever you hit a friendship rough spot, it's always a good idea to try to imagine what the other person might have been thinking or feeling. That can help us figure out good ways to respond. One possibility is that day your friend wanted to play with some other kids who happened to be girls, and she was clumsy about how she told you that. Another possibility is that someone teased her about playing with a boy, and she felt embarrassed and didn't know how to respond, so she decided it would be easier for her not to play with you. Still, another possibility is that she's trying to figure out what it means to be a girl, and she got a little confused and thought girls are only allowed to play with girls. Or maybe she was just in a grumpy mood that day, and you happened to be a handy target. I don't know which, if any, of these explanations is correct. There are probably other possibilities that you can think of. But one thing that stands out to me about all of these explanations is that they have more to do with her than with you. Realizing that might help you take her comments less personally. So, how can you respond? If you think it's a just that day situation, maybe because she wanted to play with someone else or she was in a grumpy mood, you might want to give her a little space. You could shrug and say, okay, and play with someone else for that day, then try again to play with her the next day. If you think it's a not sure of herself situation because she got teased or she's confused, you might want to try just stepping over her comment. You could smile and say, "That's silly, we played together yesterday." Then suggest something fun to do together, like let's go play on the monkey bars or let's build a fence out of sticks. If she's a close friend, you could tell her privately, not when other kids are around, "I felt hurt when you said that." Then ask for what you want. "Please include me," or "let's continue playing together." Probably about half of your class is female. When you grow up, you're likely to work with both men and women. About half the world is the other gender. I hope you and your friend get past this friendship rough spot. But either way, I think you should feel proud of yourself that you can see people, not just categories. That's what matters in friendship. This has been Kids Ask Dr. Friendtastic. You can learn even more about friendship through my funny and practical books for kids. Growing Friendships, a kid's guide to making and keeping friends, and Growing Feelings, a kid's guide to dealing with emotions about friends and other kids. They're available through your library or wherever you buy books. Parents, check out my online workshops for kids at workshops.eileenkennedymore.com.